Hey guys, I'm in a very bad situation right now. I made a mistake and this ruined my life. This is how I see it now. I've lost everything, I have nothing at all. I don't know what to do. To be honest, I know, but this is not the best way of living life. Of course, normal people have a financial cushion in case of mistakes. And I had it, and it's over. I'm drowning in debt. I have no money for food, essentials. My screen phone is cracked. I have serious health problems. I can't pay for the place I live in. I've hit rock bottom. At the beginning, I had a plan, and I want to know what was the weak part of the plan. Maybe every part was weak. Maybe not. Let's see. I want to recreate a logic chain of events to learn my lessons and maybe to justify myself, just like a therapy. Though, of course, I already have all my excuses. Bad parents that never help, never support in anything. Severe insomnia that I've got after Elise was born. Very low self-esteem, thanks to my parents again. Weak health, thanks to my genes that don't care about my healthy lifestyle. And ADHD. My problems with focusing are crazy. Sometimes I'm paralyzed by my thoughts. I can do nothing. I can't start, I can't stop, I can't head out when I need to go somewhere. But what's the point in swimming in all this crap and all these reasons? It doesn't help. I've been learning to live with this my whole life, and I thought I'm a pro in my life. But insomnia was something new, and I had no idea what that beast was. If I'm doing my video right now, it means that it lets me live. But I never know when it will come again. When I sleep, I have good days. When I don't sleep, I have very bad days. I can barely string two words together and my brain doesn't work well. It doesn't work at all. So I can't promise anything. Will I be able to make YouTube videos of tons of content that I have on my SD card? I have the wish, but that's all I can say. While Alice is on vacation with her dad, I'll try to do my best. But as I said before, I can't promise anything. Moreover, I have very little time and I'm about to be kicked out of this apartment. What will I do next? Well, I have not much options. What the fuck? What the fuck? Did you video this? It was not easy to think about it. So I started baking a pie, cleaning, doing laundry, drinking tea. So let's see what was in my mind. I could stay at my parents', but it's not an option. I've learned my lessons. Broken psyche is a very expensive pleasure. I need a lot of time to recover after this precious life experience. I don't have money for living elsewhere. The place I live in is already the cheapest place in Moscow. The cheaper way is to live outside. I wonder how homeless people are living in the streets of northern cities. It's goddamn cold there. Why don't they go to the southern territories? There are millions of fruits growing on trees, available all year round, that nobody needs. This is food, by the way, and it goes to waste while people are starving. Today I had a breakfast with cocoa and bread, and a dinner with a cake that I made of leftovers that Alyssa left. And where are my fruits? They are on trees and ground, and nobody cares about them. But I care. Give me that fruits. I really need them. Okay, I will take them myself, sooner or later. I know what you want to say to me right now. Stupid girl, go to work. But I'm not a girl, unfortunately. I've been in tough situations. But what never helped is panic. It has always taken me away from my true desires and goals. This is why I stopped dancing professionally, designing clothes, drawing, and the most valuable thing for me is I stopped my music career. That was quite promising, but my low self-esteem and lack of money and the panic helped me to forget it as soon as possible. I was never ready to starve because of my real desires. But years have passed and I've changed. Now I understand that doing things just for money is a prostitution, is selling your soul. Because your soul was meant for something greater. And deep down, you all know this. But we choose fear as our best friend so often. And we smile doing socially acceptable things. And our soul is crying somewhere in the far corner. I don't want to hide behind this smiling surface, that fake double of mine that suffocates my soul. I better cry for real. But my soul is free, and it smiles, maybe waiting for some miracle. But miracles don't exist. I just do what I think is right, sometimes through tears. But the tears are short, and the habit of being honest with yourself and doing what makes you happy, right now, in this very moment, every day, becomes your general happy background of life that lasts forever. Look at this. Recently the phone came unstuck in one spot and there was a gap between the body and the screen. To glue it costs between 1 and 2,000 rubles. I know, it's unbelievable, but I couldn't afford it. Of course, I was going to repair it with the last of my money, but yeah, I was delaying. I showed it to my boyfriend. He shook his head sympathetically and did nothing. Maybe it's stupid to expect help from anyone, but I'm used to a different treatment. My ex was helping me before I could even open my mouth. Of course, it made me childish. It was not very good for my personality, to be honest. But if a boyfriend can't help with 1,000 rubles, phone repair, excuse me, I can stay without my phone and I won't be able to call you. I can't wrap my head around it. First, we are not strangers. Second, You spend way too much money on nonsense. What's next? The expected ending. The phone fell down from a short height on a soft surface of a playground when I was walking with Alisa, and the unstuck corner of the screen cracked. Now the gluing can't help. It needs changing the screen, and it costs 1,000, no, it costs 16,000 rubles. So I live here until they kick me out. It's like a month or two. I still hope to sell my things. Maybe it will be the camera. Sorry, baby. Sometimes life is tough. So if I sell it, I will pay debts. I hate being in debt to anyone. Next, I'm going to go hitchhiking. It was never my plan B. It was maybe plan F. So I'm scrolling through. So I'm scrolling through special services to find a travel partner, a girl, GIRL, a strong, independent woman like me who can do anything to protect herself. Because there is a high probability that every driver is a maniac. Then, with my new supposed friend, we are going to go to some hostel to work there. According to the travelers, we can work there for 4 hours a day for free accommodation. But here's the question: what to eat? Hopefully, in my wet dreams, I will help people as a healthy movement specialist. And what about working right now when I'm still in Moscow? Don't worry, I'm looking for a job. Tomorrow I have another one try to get it. But guess what? Insomnia. If I don't sleep, I look like shit instead of charismatic, glorious, brilliant fitness trainer. People don't like me. And trust me, I never sleep before important events, like work. If I fail, I will just try again. I have no other ideas. God heard my prayers about fruits. A man in the elevator just gave me apples, freshly picked, in the city of Ryazan. I guess I'll die another day. And what about the main topic of this video? What about the mistake I've made that ruined my life? Well, instead of running, being in shape, working, earning money, I hang out with a boyfriend. Then I was pregnant for 2 months. Then I had problems with health, and I still have. Basically, it's a pretty strange story and contains a lot of ambiguous details. If you want to know more, stay tuned. I hope to tell the story soon. I look like shit. I feel like shit. Thanks to Noah. I have a problem. I don't remember my life, especially in Moscow, where everything is the same from year to year. I'm always stuck in a rut here, especially when the weather is bad. Especially after 2022, when everything is worse and worse every day. Right now I'm looking at these shots, and most of them are like surprises for me. I see it and I realize that life is not so dull. But this feeling is short. In general, I perceive my past as a gray, thick substance.
Я хочу сесть, мам.
Сядь.
Куда? Мама. Ягодка! Откуда она упала? Мама, смотри, как виноград!
And I don't remember the details and the chronology of events. I want to trace back the timeline. I assume I'm going to start since the moment I arrived home from Georgia. I'm going to make some videos about what was happening after I came home. I don't promise it will be very interesting, but I need it. I wanted to look at my life from a distance, to analyze, to draw conclusions, maybe to make decisions. So welcome if you're curious. Bye. See ya.
Такая большая стала. Такая высокая стала, моя прелесть.
Мама! Смотри!
Что это?
Это я!
Это ты, да.
Да! Это такая грустная.
Грустная
Как
такая.
будто